Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today for spooky season I'm going to take a delve into the glam side of Halloween, which is something that I never thought I would do. I'm not a glam person for Halloween, but I thought, Sky, you need to cater to all audiences. Not everyone loves fake blood, creepy contacts, demons, stuff like that. So, you know, branch out a bit. I sat down the other day and tried to get some inspiration for this, and my brain just it was against a brick wall. I couldn't think, and so I took a step away and I went on my phone, looked at Instagram, and it was like a sign. This post popped up of this girl who makes kind of bespoke headbands. She lives near where I live, and she had made this Halloween collection, and I literally swiped through all the wee photos of them, and I was like, this is exactly what I need. So yeah, I swiped through and I saw this gorgeous headband, which I'm not sure if you can see because I think the camera will just focus on my big ugly mug, but there we have it there. And I was just like, oh, I need it, it's so pretty, let me have that right now. So I messaged her and ordered one, and I also ordered another one which will be seen in a future incoming video. So yeah, this was called the Bewitched headband, I believe. If that's wrong, correct me, but I believe that's what it was called. And I thought, oh, that's exactly what I'll do. I'll do a glam witch Halloween look, because one, I had not planned to do a witch. I don't really know why, because they're kind of a staple. So I will link her page down below if anyone wants to get their hands on one of these beauties, or just a headband in general. I've not got an entire plan for this, I'm kind of just sitting down and winging it, but I mean, it should be okay. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing that I'm doing is priming my skin. So I'm just using a hydrating primer first, and then a pore filling primer, just to prep the skin before we put any base makeup on, just so that it has a nice time to sit into the skin. And then I am just brushing my brows through and setting them in place with soap. I think this is the first time I've done my eyebrows naturally or normally for Halloween, so this is great fun. And then I just carved out underneath using a light toned concealer. If you want to see a proper brow tutorial, you can go to my everyday makeup tutorial. I cover it a bit more in depth there. And I'm just blending that concealer out all over my eyelid, just to act as a base for my eyeshadows that I'm going to use. So to start the eyeshadows, I went in with a kind of mid-toned pink purple shade, and I placed this right into the crease and above it, and just blended the edges out, making it really nice and smoky. And then I went in with a darker purple and concentrated this into the crease and on the outer corner as well. I wanted this look to be really smoky, so I just blended it out as much as I could. And then I went in with a warm brown right on the inner corner of my eye and underneath my brow, and on the outer corner as well, just to kind of help blend that purple out into my skin tone a bit better. And then I went in with a really dark purple, almost a black, and put this right on my outer corner just to make it really smoky. So then I am carving out the first kind of third of my lid. I'm using a black base for this because I want the pigments to really pop that I'm going to use. So I just carved this out and blended it out. I keep the front of my cut crease open, just to make your eyes appear larger. And then once you've blended it out, I just set it with that dark purple that I had used in the outer crease, just so that the base doesn't slide about. And then I'm just going to use a glitter primer. Because I'm using pigments, they need something to stick to. So I'm just using a glitter primer, applying this all over. And the first pigment that I'm going in with is a kind of green multichrome. It kind of shifts blue and purple. And then I'm going in with an orangey pink one on the inner third. I just used these because they reminded me, or they looked exactly like the colours on my wee headband, so thought they would be fun to incorporate in. And I'm just making sure that they're nice and blended together where they meet on the lid as well. And then I packed an even darker kind of navy shade on my outer corner because I just wanted it to be as smoky as possible. So I just really deepened up that outer crease. So then I'm just taking a black liner and kind of defining that half cut crease shape, just to make it look a bit more neat, and this kind of ties in with all of the things that we're going to be doing later as well. So then my camera cut out and didn't film me doing this, so I did that on the other eye, and then I just applied a foundation all over. I went for quite a medium to full coverage foundation and built it up quite a wee bit, so it's quite heavy coverage. And then I went in with a light toned concealer and applied this underneath my eyes, and blended this out using a fluffy brush. This is like my new favourite way. I've been loving like blending my face products out with brushes recently, not using a sponge because you get such a higher coverage, and it doesn't absorb as much product. So yeah, I just used a fluffy brush to blend out my concealer. And then I'm going in with some cream contour. I'm just tapping that on using my finger, and then again I go and blend that out using a brush. So then once I've kind of got all my base products on, I'm just going in and setting my under eyes using some loose powder, and I also set underneath my contour and the kind of T-zone of my face, just where I get oiliest. And then I'm just using a powder brush just to dust the excess off and to set the rest of my face really loosely, just so nothing moves about. And then going back to eyes, I'm taking that warm brown shade and I'm blending that even further into the inner part of my eye and my nose and underneath my lower lashes. Then I'm going in with that purple from before and blending that in my lower lashes and the navy as well. So I'm just basically repeating what I've done on the top lid, except on the bottom lid I'm going in with a kind of copper shade on the inner corner. Then I'm just going in and bronzing my face, just to make it a bit more lively. Sorry, I'm sick right now, so that's why I sound so awful. And then I'm just going in with a contour shade and really chiselling out my facial features, because I feel like a witch would be chiselled, so we need to have a chiselled face. Then I'm going in with a kind of plum berry toned blush and applying this just at the tops of my cheekbones, my temples, and kind of blended it into the eyeshadow as well. And then I just filled in my brows with a brow pomade, again super simple. This is kind of a glam makeup with then added extras. And then I'm just going in and highlighting my face just for a nice glow so I don't look too dull, on my cheekbones and my forehead, down my nose, my cupid's bow, all the usual places. And then I went in on a smaller brush and used a kind of light silvery purple shade on my inner corner and just applied some mascara and a pair of falsies to my eyes to finish off the eye look. So then kind of onto the kind of facial part of this makeup. So I went on Pinterest and googled a lot of like witchy kind of makeup looks, just for some inspiration, and honestly just kind of made this up on the spot. A lot of moons, a lot of lines, so I stuck with kind of very simple shapes, and then just kind of placed them around my face. So I did kind of a moon on my forehead, and then I applied dots around it as well, a couple of lines on my nose, and then I did some under my eyes. I'm using a black aqua liner for this, just on a wee paintbrush. Could use a liquid liner if you wanted, or like a black face paint, just whatever works best for you. But I just took my time with this and kind of went in really lightly with the lines first, sketched everything out, and then I went back in and thickened everything up. I didn't want to go too overboard with this, but just something that made it look quite witchy. And I also had like a poncho that had like cobwebs on it, so I kind of wanted to emulate that on the face as well. That's kind of what the things under my eyes are meant to be anyway. So then, just to highlight a wee bit, I went in with a copper pigment and mixed it with a bit of setting spray, and just went in and added some highlights around underneath the eyes and on the moon on my forehead, just for a wee bit more interest. And then it would not be a Glam Witch makeup without some gems for some sparkle. So yeah, I just kind of applied this around the eye makeup. I did a few at the outer corners. I did one underneath my eye, and then one above my eyebrow, and one on the moon. And when I was picking out the colours, I just kind of used ones that fit in with the colour scheme, and I actually had some that looked exactly like the wee gems on my headband, so I just used them. And then to finish off for the lips, what I'm doing is blending that warm brown just on the outer edge of my lips, and then I'm lining them using, this is just a black eyeliner. I made them quite rounded at the top, and then I am blending out the edges of the lip liner as well, just right at the outer corner, just to kind of make it look a bit worn in. And then I'm just filling that lip shape in just to make sure I get a nice even coat of colour. And then going in with a black, this is like a vinyl lip gloss, and just covering my lips in that completely just to make it really nice and shiny. And for finishing touches, I'm just adding a bit of that pigment that I used before onto the centre of my lower lip and my upper lip. And there you have it, guys, that is the finished Glam Witch makeup look. As always, everything that I've used will be listed down below, as well as all of my social media links. Make sure you give me a like and a follow on them, and make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. I've also listed the Instagram page of the hairband seller that I got my hairband from. Make sure you go and check her out. I hope you have all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video for another spooky season makeup. Bye! Again, I look a state, but we live. I sound like Phoebe and Friends. My sticky shoes. I lost my sexy phlegm. Oh, she's pretty. But actually, like, it's like a crown. Look at the sparkle. Watch out. I love it. So scandalous. Dangerous. You did the monster mash. We're gonna do this eye on this eye. Me realising that I didn't film. Come on, cheekbones. I'm sorry, but let's just take a minute. So pretty. I'm a bat. I can fly. Some people say I look like my dad. I put a spell on you, and now you're mine. I might actually just wear this every single day from now on.